to transition into death. You feel your eyes begin to get heavy. You fall deeper and deeper into a trance. Your body becomes weightless as your heart begins to slow down. Do not be afraid. You are at rest. You fall deeper and deeper. Your soul begins to separate from your body. You begin to feel the warmth of fire. This is the arrival to your final destination. Welcome to eternal damnation. You are now entering hell.
Again. What is up, you guys? Sinister Classic here. Let me make sure everything looks and sounds good real quick. Alright, you guys. What is up? Here we are. I know it's been a while. Back in the House of Sin on the Wrestling Mark podcast. It's been a minute, but figured fuck it. There's a lot of shit going on in the world of wrestling today. It's been a week, I'll tell you that, and the week just started. It's cold as shit out here. I haven't had the motivation to do much here lately, but like I said, there's a lot of wrestling news out right now. We just had New Japan have their biggest show. People show up on there. We just had World's End last week as well. Royal Rumble coming up in 3 weeks. So yeah, a lot going on for wrestling. But yeah, guys, let me make sure this music sounds good in the background before we keep going. A little too loud. Hope y'all can hear me. I know, man. Fucking beginners, right? What the fuck? Alright. Sorry about that, guys. We're about to just get into it. All right, let's go ahead and start things off with AEW because I just saw this shit on Twitter, I guess last night. I don't really mess with Twitter. I don't really mess with social media in general. But you know, you got to use it if you're gonna sit here and promote this shit and be good at this shit. You know, so. But I guess Tony Khan's on one of his little Twitter rants again. He thinks that it's appropriate to sit there and call out a company when, like, I'm not trying to make Tony Khan look like a bad guy. Tony Khan has given us a lot of stuff, but when you give us TV matches that don't make sense and we call it out for over 2 years, and you just do things just to throw it out there and, you know, use up time and, you know, try to get to the pay-per-views and whatnot, and you just forget about what's going on because you're worried about bigger things in the company, you don't have the right to sit there and go comment on what, you know, Triple H is doing over in the WWE. Because apparently the story is that Tony Khan got on Twitter and decided that he didn't like what they did with Jinder Mahal last night. And as we know, Jinder Mahal came out, interrupted Seth Rollins, demanding a championship match. I didn't really care for it. Jinder Mahal, to me, has never been one of those guys who has ever reached any kind of potential. You know, I'll just be blunt with you guys. They used him to break out into the India market and to break out in Saudi, and that's all they ever needed him for. Other than that, the guy damn near killed SmackDown when he was world champion over there. He beat Shinsuke, made Shinsuke look like a fucking noob. Beat Randy, made Randy look like a noob. You know, him being champion was not good for the business, but, you know, it was good for their pockets. So, but the thing is, Tony Khan had an issue with it. I think the tweet was, let's see, because I don't want to say something wrong and then some idiot get on me, you know. You guys know how toxic people are. You know, screw it. I don't know if we're going to find it in all this mess. But anyways, Tony Khan's tweet was basically, to sum it up, you're going to put Jinder Mahal on TV, someone who hasn't won in, over 2 years, maybe even longer, and you're just going to give him a world championship match out of nowhere? Just give him a world championship program? Like, first off, Tony Khan, why the fuck are you even commenting on the competition? Like, just worry about yourself, man. Second, you do the same shit every fucking week, all right? And I'll be honest with you. I watch AEW every fucking week. Sometimes I will miss Collision. Most of the time I miss fucking Rampage because ain't nobody watching Rampage. But I don't miss Dynamite. Every single show, man, it seems like we have a championship match or a proving grounds match. For what? You know, what's the story there? You're putting in guys that haven't done shit, jack shit all year, haven't won a match, haven't been in a program, and then all out of nowhere you get fucking Brian Keith in a fatal 4-way to get a chance at the AEW Triple Crown Championship. Like, what kind of shit is that? You had what was it? It was a couple weeks ago. We got a championship match for no goddamn reason. It was Willow Nightingale. Willow Nightingale was in a championship match, I believe, against Chris Statlander. She lost the match. And then the same week on Collision, you turn around and put her in a #1 contenders match for the TBS Championship. What's the fucking point of that? What's the point of sitting here and putting somebody in a championship match to lose? They lose, and then you turn around and put them in a #1 contenders match? Like, Tony, come on, man. Get over that shit. If you're going to sit here and fuck up like that, you have no right to sit there and call out Triple H. Yeah, we didn't care for Jinder Mahal showing up on Raw and basically shooting his shot. He doesn't deserve that. Jinder doesn't deserve a main event picture. Like, what's he done all fucking year? But I get it. People want to say that, there's story there. Oh, they were, in the tournament for the very first NXT championship rounds and blah, blah, blah. And it goes back. No one cares about that. No one gives a flying fuck whether or not these two men were, battling it out for the first fucking NXT championship. No one cares. All right. And no one cares that we're getting Jinder Mahal versus Seth Rollins. I mean, a lot of people want to claim that Jinder Mahal, he's a underrated guy. He's a lot better than what he seems. I don't care. I've never cared for Jinder. I didn't care for him when he was in 3MB. I didn't care for him when he first showed up in the company and he was just some guy. Like, he's never been a really good wrestler. But aside from that, whether that's the case or not, Tony Khan has no fucking right to sit there and throw shade at Triple H and rant on Twitter of all places. And that's another reason why so many people look at AEW and they mock AEW. That's why AEW gets such a bad rep, because it's being ran by a fucking kid. Tony Khan's a fucking kid. He's a kid with a large inheritance, all right? He's a kid in a little man's body, and he goes out there and he makes stupid fucking decisions. You give us a lot of good stuff. I'll give it to you, Tony. You give us a lot of good. But sometimes when you go out there and you do these foolish little things, like, it does not make the company look good at all. All right, people who love AEW see this kind of stuff, like myself, and we don't approve of it. We don't like it. There is no reason why a man who owns a wrestling company, $1 million company, it is, don't say it's not. There's no reason for you to be going on Twitter acting the way you act. All right, there's just none. If I was in charge, I would have looked at that Jinder Mahal moment and I would have said, let me see if I could top this on Wednesday. Not, let me go out here and talk shit. Just like when NXT and AEW here recently had to, compete on Tuesday night. AEW had to go over to Tuesday nights for that 1 week. And, Hercules in the motherfucking house with 100 bits, man. How you doing, brother? Breaking it down in the chat. Break it down. But yeah, it was a Tuesday night battles. NXT won, of course, because they had John Cena, they had The Rock, or not The Rock, they had Undertaker, they had all these legends out there and shit. Yeah, on Tuesday night to combat AEW, and we all knew it was going to happen. We knew AEW was going to get smoked in the ratings that week. I'll let you know a secret. Some people, some fans of wrestling, we don't care about ratings. We just care about the wrestling. But anyways, that same week that happened, what did Tony Khan do? He got on Twitter, and he had to sit there and talk about how John Cena and The Undertaker had their first televised, segment where they didn't draw 1 million. Bro, who gives a fuck? That's just Tony Khan being petty, and he's got to stop being petty, man. Tony Khan is a very petty man, and that pettiness is what's fucking his company over. I tell you, that's what it is. It's not the talent, it's not the stories, it's not the, the lack of handbooks and sexual misconduct that go on in the company. It's Tony Khan's pettiness. And he really needs to get his shit together and just do what's best for the company. Dude had no right to get on Twitter and go off on fucking Jinder Mahal or Seth Rollins or Triple H just because he didn't like what he saw. All you're telling me is you sit there and watch WWE religiously. So that's all I'm going to say on the matter. But yeah, TK, get your shit together, man. Stop worrying about other fucking people and just do you. Make your show better. All right? Watch Monday Night Raw, watch SmackDown, and just be like, look, I can do better than that. Because we all know you can. That's why so many people gravitated towards AEWs, because AEW brought us something that WWE wasn't. All right? I was watching Monday Night Raw last night, and I'll tell you, some of it was kind of good. A lot of it was not. The best part of Monday Night Raw last night for me, personally, aside from what happened to Kofi Kingston and what was the main event? I can't even remember the main event for the life of me. The street fight, Cody Rhodes and Nakamura. It was all right, but we've seen Cody do so much better. We've seen Nakamura do better. But the one thing that really fucking entertained me last night, and guess what? It's coming from an entertainment company, not a wrestling company in WWE, was R-Truth and his story. That is the one thing that got me over last night when I was watching Monday Night Raw. Because usually I'll just put it on in the background, let it play out. I'll watch the matches when they come on, but R-Truth came on the screen and just, started talking, started doing his little story, and I was into it, man. I enjoyed it. I really fucking enjoyed it. And that's what we need. We need more shit like that in WWE. We don't need shit like, what was the segment with R-Truth and JD? Oh, you don't want to face him because you're a scaredy cat. It's like, what? Because I remember I was watching something on my phone and I heard scaredy cat on Monday Night Raw, and I was like, did one grown man just call another grown man a scaredy cat? Like, is that how we're getting a match tonight? Is because this motherfucker called you a scaredy cat? See, stupid shit like that is why I don't watch WWE. Is because I can't stand the little kindergarten, style that we get out of the company. Because let's be honest, WWE aims more towards children. They aim more towards entertainment and ha ha ha, funny, family friendly, entertainment. AEW does not. AEW is grungy. AEW is wrestling. AEW is mature. AEW is, in your fucking face. And that's why I enjoy it. But when we got the stupid backstage politics and these fucking, company men showing their dicks off and trying to be better than one another, I can't stand that shit, man. Tony Khan just needs to stop being so goddamn petty. Triple H needs to stop being so goddamn, what's the word? Cerebral. Triple H, he's a cunning motherfucker. He knows what he's doing. He's trying to fucking break Tony Khan any way he can. I just wish the two companies could work together. All right, because you see WWE is trying to break out into the Japan market like AEW has, and they're trying to have some kind of working relationship with New Japan. Why can't we all just three work together? Why can't you take all the biggest companies in the world and just work together? You know how much money they would make by working together? But no, they got to sit here and be petty-ass bitches towards each other. Truth can get any segment out of any bad or awkward situation. Dude, he can. Last night when he said, I haven't met, or when he said Tom and Nick Mysterio, he meant Dominic. I was like, did he just fuck up? No, that was just Truth being funny. And that stuff is classic, man. Truth, like, when you get stuff like that on WWE programming, I enjoy it. I really do. When AEW tries to do it, it's not really their bread and butter, but, sometimes they can make it work with, like, an Orange Cassidy or a Danhausen or something like that. But, like I said, you got two different companies. You got your WWE, which is your entertainment, your Marvel, your Disney, and then you got your AEW, which is your wrestling. Your DC, your Cartoon Network, your shit that you want to fucking sink your teeth in. This is the shit over here in WWE you're just going to laugh at, all right? This is the shit you're going to fucking enjoy and want to be a fucking wrestler, I respectfully disagree. We, the fans, started watching AEW because of Cody and what Cody was doing to begin his... Bullshit. That's not why I watch, brother. I'm sorry. If you want to say that you watch for Cody, but hey, you watched for Cody... But now that Cody's in WWE trying to finish his story, fuck him. We need The Rock to finish the story. Come on, Hercules. AEW is hot garbage right now. I have to disagree with you, man, coming out of that Continental Classic. All right, as long as they can keep that momentum going, cool. But I'll give it to you. They did fuck up the very first Dynamite of the year. They gave us a fatal four-way between four jabronis that had no fucking business. being next to that Continental Championship. All right, no fucking business for it. And then tomorrow night we've got 4 random guys versus 4 random guys, 4 random women versus 4 random women. Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't get it. It's just like Tony Khan is literally throwing all his people, his whole roster into a computer, and then just, you know, shuffling up a fucking simulations. The ratings aren't there anymore. Bro, I don't watch for the ratings. I already said that in the beginning of this. I love you, brother, but I do not watch for the ratings. Fuck the ratings. All right? Monday Night Raw is always going to... Dude, Monday Night Raw years ago, 10 million. Monday Night Raw tonight, or today, in this time, 2. What happened? A lot of people fell off. The ratings don't matter. People are still going to watch. You know, regardless of who's there, who's not there, you know, how good it is, people are going to watch. And, like, hold on. I'll make this excuse until the day one of these companies die. If AEW dies tomorrow, fuck your ratings, dude. WWE's not going to be good television. Not only that, but they're going to try to pick up as many, you know, good talents from AEW, like Adam Cole, Malachi Black, Danielson, Edge, John Moxley. They're going to try to pick up all these big names, and then they're going to forget about the people on their own roster, like a Carmelo Hayes, a Santos, a Dominic, you know, shit like that. You may not watch for the ratings, but people aren't watching AEW more. Hey, to each his own, man. If they don't want to watch, they don't have to watch. I still enjoy it. You know, I'm still going to go in February because I enjoy AEW a lot more. Not to say I'm not going to watch WWE. I try. I really do try. You know, but sometimes I just don't care for what they're doing. That's like last night. You had Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. They cut a great promo on their way to the ring. The way they cut it, I really enjoyed it. But to me, I just don't feel that same energy from DIY like I did, or DYI, whatever their fucking name is, like I did when they were in NXT. I just feel like it's past its time. And I feel like Triple H is trying so hard to do the NXT stuff that he didn't get a chance to do before Vince McMahon, you know, kicked him out of the fucking, you know, chair for NXT. And I do. I feel like Triple H is trying to backtrack a lot of stuff, and some stuff is working, some stuff isn't. All right? I enjoyed what they did with Ludwig last night. Ludwig and fucking Kofi. You took my boy's head, I'm taking your fucking head. Hopefully that turns into Big E coming back and Big E fucking going up against Gunther. That would be awesome. But I didn't really care for the women's tag team. Who cares about the women's tag team division? Like, tell me that. No one. You know, I try to watch. A lot of people just think that I hate on WWE. I don't. I watch all the pay-per-views. You guys see me here for their pay-per-views all the time. Even Saudi Arabia, I'm here for them, even though I don't agree with what they do with those pay-per-views. But, you know, I don't hate WWE. I just hate the little kid bullshit that they always try to portray. Here's another thing. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is not as good as he was in the beginning of WWE as he is now. Cody Rhodes was so much better in the beginning. Cody Rhodes now is just, like you said, man, he doesn't fucking feel like the man to beat Roman, even though the story is he is the man to beat Roman. But he doesn't feel that way because he's been given nothing. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that he was supposed to feud with Bray Wyatt, and then Bray Wyatt ended up passing away. So I can understand that probably put a damper on a lot of their plans, just like how CM Punk put a damper on the plans in AEW. AEW was supposed to be so fucking good coming out of that All Out. But as soon as CM Punk did what he did, dude, they plummeted. They went down. But you know what? People are still going to watch because people, they care. I care, you know? And I know you care because, you know, you watch some of those people over there. You keep up with some of those people over there, right? But, you know, it is what it is. To each his own. If you don't watch, you don't have to watch, you know? I'm not here to make you watch. Just like you're not here to make me watch WWE. I'll watch when I feel like watching, and if I think it's good, I think it's good. But here lately, in the middle. Not many people watched last night due to the national championship. Oh, well, that's always going to happen with Raw, man. Raw is just like, you know, bleh. It's on Monday nights, man. People are always going to find something better to watch. I agree with you on that. People aren't watching because of that story. People are watching because of the bloodline and what's going to happen next. See, I can't even say that with that because the bloodline, Jimmy Uso, let's be honest, sucks. All right? Solo Sikoa has been cold. I'm just going to be real with you. Solo has been cold. The worst part of bloodline is Roman because Roman never shows up. You know, there was no reason to not put that championship on Cody last year, because Cody could have gotten so much more done this year as a champion than Roman Reigns could have. And Roman Reigns could have still done everything this year that he did, or last year, not this year. He still could have done everything he did without a championship. He could have lost to Jay. He could have beat Jay at SummerSlam. All right. What else did he have this year? Did he do any other matches this year? See, that's all that I can fucking remember from this past year was the tag team match and him versus Jay. That's all I can remember, you know? And that's not good for a world champion, man. Come on, you know? But now you insert The Rock just because of ratings and money. You know, I understand the business part of it, but the story, like, you can't just sit there and throw in a fucking curveball. Cody still has a pop, especially the promo that Punk just cut with Drew. When Punk mentioned Cody, they booed Punk. Okay, and here's the thing. Did they boo Punk or did they boo Cody? Because a lot of people really don't know. Because just like last year when it came to Sammy going up against Roman, everyone wanted Sammy versus Roman at Mania. No one wanted Cody. And it was almost to the point where people were starting to boo Cody. Cody had to go out there and basically tell Sammy, you're my guy, I want you to go beat his ass, and I want you to face me at WrestleMania. People were starting to turn on Cody. You know, and I'm telling you, if they don't pull the trigger this year on Cody, people are going to turn on Cody. People are already doing it. We're getting too impatient with the finish of story. All right, you haven't had nothing to do all year. You did nothing but feud at Judgment Day. Now Judgment Day is a comedy act with R-Truth, which it's not bad. But Judgment Day go from dominating the whole Monday Night Raw scene to being in a comedy group with R-Truth. Again, it's not bad, but, you know. Then you do the shit with Shinsuke that took forever. All right? You know, you guys make Shinsuke look like a fucking badass with the red mist and the comic book vignettes and this and that. And then you turn him into a loser. You don't do nothing with him. At least if Shinsuke would have beat Cody last night, it would have made Shinsuke look a lot better, and it would have made people look at Cody and go, damn, what's happening to our boy? He couldn't get the job done tonight. He's got to fucking work harder if he's going to get to Roman at Mania. You can't lose to Shinsuke and then expect to get Roman at Mania. You can't say Roman is the problem, LOL. Roman is the face of the company, and it's part-time. Well, that's the thing. When you sit here and throw all your eggs in one basket, part-time or not, bro, it's going to be part of the problem. Like, why did you start watching SmackDown when Roman went there? Is because he was there. As soon as Roman started, you know, taking the back seat and letting the Usos do it and Solo do it, it has really died off. You know, Roman not showing up, Logan Paul not showing up. Your two main champions are gone on SmackDown. What is there to enjoy on SmackDown? All right, you got some stuff with Legado and LWO. Cool. You got what else is going on? You got LA Knight, but LA Knight has even his fire has died down, you know, and that sucks. You bring in AJ Styles looking fucking phenomenal as shit, no pun intended, and he already feels like, okay, just one of the guys. Same with Randy Orton. Randy Orton's back and already just feels like one of the guys. Wasn't this guy promised by Nick Aldis that he was going to get a fucking one-on-one world championship match? I can see where they're going there. You know, he's probably going to be his WrestleMania opponent, you know, Nick Aldis versus Randy Orton, but it's like, what are we doing? We need someone here. Don't have Roman as your world champion and then turn around and put the United States Championship on Logan Paul. You got two part-timers now who are your fucking world and secondary champion. What are we doing? And then the SmackDown Tag Team Championships aren't even there because they're on the Judgment Day. So what are we doing on SmackDown? You can't tell me there's no problem on SmackDown. Bro, I hope they were booing Punk because I don't want Punk at Mania. He does not fucking deserve it. Once Punk showed up, the fire turned a bit. Yeah, and then once Rock's turned up, the fire turned even fucking more. I just believe that WWE is going to go with Roman for a while. I honestly believe they're going to have him surpass Hogan. And that's another thing, man. Why have him surpass Hogan? Because Hogan's a racist? Who gives a fuck? Back then, Ric Flair was a racist. Has anyone broke his record yet? You know? There's just a culture back then that I've always been told. You know? I don't see why you're going to have him break the record, because say he breaks the record. What did he do with the record? Who did he face? Where did he go? You sat at home most of the goddamn time. You took the Brock Lesnar schedule. You took the Goldberg schedule. He didn't sit there and go all over the world like Hulk Hogan did and compete. And I'm not even a Hulk Hogan fan, but at least I know the reason why Hulk Hogan has his record is because Hulk Hogan was a fucking workhorse. He went everywhere. He might not look like a workhorse in WWE, but in WCW, in New Japan, in the NWA, Hulk Hogan was everywhere, man. So that's why I think he should at least keep his title reign. You know, it was different when Gunther broke the Honky Tonk Man's record because really, what did the Honky Tonk Man do? The Honky Tonk Man was just an entertainer. He wasn't really a champion. Gunther's an intercontinental champion. That's a name to have up there at the top. But, you know, from what people in the community, you know, what they're saying, like, oh, we just want him to break Hogan's record because Hogan's a racist. We knew Hogan was a racist like fucking 10 years ago. Now all of a sudden you guys want him to break the record? Come on, y'all need to you know, keep up with this shit. John Cena is the only one that I know of that is close to breaking Flair's record. Hey, Randy Orton's tied. John Cena and Randy Orton are both tied, my brother. Whoever gets the next world championship, man, they break the record. So yeah, John Cena and Randy Orton are tied, which is why, you know, I don't like it, but if you were to give the title to Randy at Royal Rumble and have him go on to face Cody at Mania, Randy breaks the record, Cody defeats his mentor, and he can fight Roman at SummerSlam. But there's the thing. You don't want to do that too soon. You don't want to take the title off of Roman and put it on Randy just to fucking let it drop at Mania to Cody. That would make no sense. You know? What the plan has always been, and you see it if you watch it on TV. I watch it on TV, guys. The plan has always been Cody beats Roman. Cody gets into the program with Randy Orton because Randy Orton at that point would turn on him. You get Randy versus Cody at next year's SummerSlam. And then when Roman decides to come back, you get Roman versus Cody next year at either the Royal Rumble or you run it back next year at Mania with Cody being the champion and Cody beats fucking Roman again. Because you know how they like to run shit back. They run shit back a lot. But, you know, it is what it is, man. I think it's time that he breaks his record. If you want to sit here and say, keep it on Roman till SummerSlam, keep it on Roman till Survivor Series, I can't say that everyone's going to keep up with that ride. You know, I can't say that, you know, this time next year, if Cody finishes his story finally, are we really going to enjoy it? You know, and I know the argument is people want to see Roman versus Rock at Mania. It's the last dream match ever. But, dude, what does it matter when you've got all these... And that's another thing. You've got all these guys, year in, year out, battling, doing whatever they can to get on TV, getting bigger, getting better at promos, making themselves look cosmetically appealing because you know that's what they like. And you do that shit all year, and you get about 3 months away from the WrestleMania or the road to WrestleMania. You get to Royal Rumble, and you're told, hey, we know we were going to have you at WrestleMania against Seth for, you know, night one, the main event, but we're going to go ahead and give it to Rock instead. Randy is at 14. John Cena is the only one that's... Seriously? I swear they're tied. Are you sure? 1 second. What? I was fucking for sure that they were tied. Well then fuck it. Give Randy Orton 3 more. Let him have it. Let him surpass John Cena. John Cena don't deserve that shit. But damn, that's crazy. He's behind Triple H at 15. That's fucking crazy. Huh. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Shit. All right, brother, you got me on that one. But John Cena doesn't want it. John Cena has stated that he doesn't want to break that record. He said that's Rick's record. And again, what are you going to do? You're going to bring in Cena to win the championship and be a part-timer? For what? No, man, give it to someone like a Randy Orton who could still go, who's still probably got like another 5 good years on him. He's not going anywhere. What is Cena gonna do? Cena gonna come in, win the championship, go do fucking Suicide Squad with the championship in the movie, and then come back and drop it to Cody? Nah, man, fuck that shit. You know, if you watch the TV and you get invested in the TV and you follow the story, give me the story. Don't turn around and fucking change the story just because Rock wants to finally come back. We wanted that 4 years ago and it never happened. We wanted that back in 2015 and it never happened. Now all of a sudden you guys want to give it to us? I'm just saying, if I'm Cody and I'm Seth, I'm sitting there like, damn, this is crazy. You still know way more about wrestling than me. No disrespect, all love. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Always respect between us, you know, no matter what. Whether we disagree on something or not, you know. Just like when Rock showed up on Monday last week. I didn't agree with it. You agreed with it. Hey, to each his own, but we're still brothers. I don't give a fuck. I just don't care to see it at this point. And if I'm going to see it, I would rather it not be for a championship, because what does it really mean? All right. When we got Roman versus Brock at Mania, it was the greatest wrestling match of all time. It was the biggest event in WrestleMania history. You can't really refer to that as the biggest event in WrestleMania history now if you're going to go Roman versus Rock. You just can't. And people's champ. So he's not my champ. I'm the people, right? He's not my champ. Think about it, man. Come on. Yeah. Rock's one of the most, he's the most electrifying person in the world. What did he really do in WWE before he decided just to go to Hollywood? He wasn't there that long. What was he in WWE for, like 7 years? He wasn't even in WWE for 7 years before he said, fuck it, I'm out of here. You know, I know he grew up in the business, but, you know, it didn't take him long to fucking put his stamp and his mark on the business, but fuck. I just don't feel like Rock has ever been there truly for us. The Rock is there for himself. And that's not a person. That's like Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, fucking who else? Yeah, he's just another Brock Lesnar, another Goldberg. He's just there for himself, there to collect a check. You give him the championship, he's gonna go home with it and not show up until SummerSlam or Survivor Series or till Mania. You know, and I find it funny because Karma's a bitch. CM Punk left in 2014 because The Rock and Cena got the spot at Mania twice in 2 years in a row. Rock's right back to do the same thing to CM Punk. I find that kind of funny. But again, I don't find it funny because Seth Rollins has never had a main event championship match at WrestleMania. Don't you guys think it's time that he gets his fucking flowers? You know, he's been the workhorse in this company since day one, and he's done everything he's supposed to. He's stayed loyal to them. He's you know, been a shield for them, or whatever the fuck you want to call him. And he's busted his fucking ass. I think it's time that Seth Rollins gets a championship main event at WrestleMania. That's just me. You know, he put in the work, right? And so did Gunther. It was supposed to be Gunther versus Seth at Mania. But guess what? CM Punk came in. Now CM Punk's going to sit there and take that fucking championship match away from Gunther. And The Rock's going to turn around and take that championship match away from Cody. You know, I don't care for that. To me, that's not right. All right? To me, fuck the money. Do what's right. Make Cody your biggest babyface since fucking John Cena, and get his shit started. Otherwise, if you continue to wait on Cody, what the fuck does he mean? What does he matter? Bro, you have to admit that The Rock gave you trash talk, chump, chabroni. Okay, but if you really want to get down about it, The Rock took all that from Booker T. You know, that was Booker T's whole gimmick in fucking WCW. And, you know, he's not the only one to do it. Hulk Hogan took his gimmick. Ric Flair took his gimmick. None of those guys are original, but they made it work. They made it better. You know, I just don't care, because if you're not there all year, if you're not there for, you know, 2 years, 3 years, 7 years, you just come back when you feel like it. You come back to plug a new movie. You come back because your movies aren't doing too well, Rocky. I just don't think you deserve it. But if you want to come back for Australia, you know, Elimination Chamber in Perth, I know people are like, oh, it'll be at 3 o'clock in the morning. No one wants to watch Rock. Bullshit. You motherfuckers would call into work. You would watch The Rock do his fucking thing. You would fucking sit there and watch everything unravel. And WWE would make the biggest fucking payday until they got to WrestleMania. 65 fucking thousand people to sit there and see The Rock versus Roman Reigns in Australia of all places. That's fucking history. That's history right there, bro. He never said chump. I mean, no, he never really said chump. His was sucker. Come on now. But yeah, he took the style, he took the attire, he took the book end. Like, The Rock took a lot of inspiration from Booker T to become who he was. I'm not saying The Rock isn't a good talker. He's one of the greatest talkers of all time. But he's a bullshit artist, too. So, The Rock's just not my guy. The Rock was my guy back in the day. And then when he went Hollywood, I never cared for him, He's just one of those people, like a Brock Lesnar, like a Goldberg, who just come in when they feel like it, get their payday. Doesn't matter what your plans are. All right. Doesn't matter that the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, was on his highest fucking rise. Let's just bring in Goldberg and have him beat him. Bury him in Saudi Arabia. Whatever. Didn't matter that Kevin Owens was your Universal Champion getting ready to go up against Chris Jericho at Mania for the Universal World title. Fuck that. Let's just give it to Goldberg. Didn't matter. Didn't matter that we had Brock Lesnar defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania to take that streak just to have Goldberg beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam in like 5 minutes. Didn't matter. That's what gets me, man. It's like, doesn't matter what Cody's done all year, bro. We're just going to go ahead and give it to The Rock. For what? So The Rock can sit at home with a championship? Or so Roman Reigns can continue to sit at home with a championship until he decides he wants to come back? Come on. Bro, I love the Bloodline. Don't get me wrong. I love the Bloodline. All right, everything they did with Sammy, everything they did with Jimmy and Sammy, back and forth. I fucking love that shit, man. Yeet. And then what they did at Elimination Chamber last year when Sammy turned and Jay didn't know what the fuck to do, so he left. I love the fucking Bloodline, but you got to admit the Bloodline is starting to get stale. If they would have brought The Rock in a year or two ago to mix it up with the Bloodline, then I would be more on board. But what was it now? You had Solo mention 6 months ago. Oh, what are you doing that for, Oos? Oh, I got my orders. Okay, where are your orders coming from? The Rock? That would have been nice to know. I understand that. Well, no, I don't really understand. But, I know at this point they know that the Bloodline storyline is getting dull. What do they need to do? Inject The Rock. You should have injected The Rock forever ago, man. To me, the Bloodline storyline has been going on for 4 years. For 4 years, bro. And it hasn't all been good, but there's been a lot of good to it. That Hell in a Cell we had with Jay and fucking Roman, when he choked out Jimmy to get him to fucking, acknowledge him. That started it all, bro. I love that shit. When Jay finally decided, you know what? I'm out. And so are you, Oos. And you out too. Yeah. I love the fucking Bloodline, so don't get me wrong with that, but I just think at this point, what are we doing? You got everything all over the place, man. Again, you got no champions on SmackDown. You got everything on Raw, but Raw isn't even doing nearly as good as SmackDown. All right, the Judgment Day started off really, really hot. Now they're kind of cold and a comedy act. Jay has done nothing but lose since coming to Raw. Jimmy has done nothing to make himself look or feel better. Solo just sits there all mean, and, what are we supposed to enjoy? Roman's never there. And when he is, what does he say? Acknowledge me. Like, what are we doing? Come on, make this shit more interesting. And I get it. He's going to sit here. He's going to ignore The Rock. He's not going to fucking acknowledge The Rock. He's going to let The Rock fucking... See, and that's another thing. I feel at some point The Rock, he needs to interfere. He needs to interfere in that Royal Rumble and somewhat make it seem like he's going to cost Roman, but Roman still prevails. And then fuck it. Get him at a Chamber. He goes into the Chamber. He beats Rock. He's the tribal fucking chief. No one can tell him anything. Oh, shit. Cody just won the Elimination Chamber for SmackDown, bro. Now you got something to worry about. He ain't got nothing to worry about. He beat his broke ass last year. Oh, no, this is a different Cody. He's went through hell. He's went through fire and brimstone. No, he hasn't. What's he fucking done all year, man? Like I'm saying, if we wait another 6 months, man, I'm just not going to be with Cody. I can't. I can't wait another 6 months. What are we going to do? You're not going to give him Seth. They're never going to give him Seth because they know that's a secondary championship. There's no one else. There's no one else on Raw for him to battle unless he wants to battle Drew. Drew McIntyre would be a great program for Cody because they both never got their shot in WWE. They had to go away for years. They had to become big names outside of the company, and they both returned. Only difference is Drew returned and got no fans when he won his championship. Cody returned and got all the glory but lost for the championship. So that right there is already a fucking main event storyline. I don't care what anybody says. But that's just my whole, argument on Bloodline and all that and The Rock. I don't care to see it if it's for the championship. If it is for the championship, please don't do it at Mania. Because if you're gonna do it at Mania, then there's no point in doing Cody at Mania. Because everybody says you can do Rock and Roman night 1, you can do Cody and Roman night 2. For what? You think Roman's gonna work 2 nights in a row? No, fuck that. And then if Cody beats him the next night, oh well, he fought The Rock last night, so he wasn't 100%. We don't need that, man. We need one match, and we just need it to go the right way. And if they do decide to do Roman, okay, Roman and Rock, fine, do it. But what are you gonna do with Cody? If somebody in the chat can give me one name for Cody that's gonna be a WrestleMania caliber match, go ahead and throw that name out there. We'll see how that works. But yeah, man, I just don't care to see it. If it happens, it happens. I know they're gonna make their money from it. It's just I really hate to see more people take a back seat just because we gotta tend to the bloodline. But it is what it is. I was gonna say, Hercules, what do you know about Amazon picking up Raw? Because I know you work there, bro. I know you're higher up on the totem pole than you like to perceive. But yeah, that's the rumor right now going wild is Amazon plans to pick up Monday Night Raw. They're gonna keep it on Monday Night Raw, and I forgot what it's probably gonna be on like Discovery Plus or some shit. I don't know. I don't think it'll be on It's definitely not gonna be on USA anymore. It'll probably most likely be on Discovery Plus if it goes to Amazon. But that's just the changes of WWE, and that's another thing, man. Now that Endeavor own WWE, they're gonna start making a lot of changes, you guys. Like, they're about to start changing up the ring look. There's gonna be more promotions around the ring. Vince McMahon never liked that kind of thing. He always wanted his ring nice and clean and shit. But it's a different company. Different owners. Shit's about to get real in this fucking company. A lot of changes are coming. That's why, I can honestly see people like not Gunther. Sorry, people like Drew, people like Sheamus, people like Ricochet, those kind of guys who really aren't all the way up there, they're probably going to leave the company because they're not going to get paid what they want. They're sitting here, like I said, year after year after year, putting in the work, doing everything they can to make it and be a main eventer. And you can't do that when you bring in The Rock. Hey, Drew, we don't need you anymore, man. You're asking prices too much. We need to pay The Rock. No, bro, come on. It's either WB or Amazon. I heard a lot the past couple of days that it's most likely looking at Amazon. I think Hercules knows more about that than we do. He's probably one of the investors or something. So maybe he can shed some light on that at some point. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of changes this year to WWE, guys. So I wouldn't doubt it if they did Rock versus Roman at Mania, because it's gonna be Endeavor's first WrestleMania, and they're gonna want to shoot for the fucking stars as high as they can and put whoever they can in this to make it the biggest WrestleMania of all time. They're going to sit here and take the biggest shit on Vince McMahon. He's going to be sitting at home watching this WrestleMania on television, knowing goddamn well he can't do nothing or have any involvement with the company. And I just love that. But who knows? Sorry, I was getting food. You're good, brother. You're good. What do you know about Amazon picking up WWE Raw? I know you know something, brother. But yeah, like I said, we'll probably see it. We will probably see Roman versus Rock just because Endeavor won it. And we'll probably see Punk if they can get Austin. Because they're going to fucking sit here and throw so much money at this. And they're going to sit here and get anything they can to make this the biggest fucking extravaganza Night 4 Part 3 of all time. The question was, what do you know about Raw heading to Amazon? What do you know about Amazon picking Raw up? What? That's new news to me. Come on, man. I know you're in Amazon every day. They be talking about it. I guarantee you've seen an employee here or two, or one or two, throw up the too sweet, and you're like, well, you've never done that before. What's going on? WWE is going to turn to like AAA and CMLL as the advertising wise. Yes. Have you seen AAA and CMLL ring? I have. They're plastered with advertisements all over the fucking place. Just like New Japan. You got your Snickers, you got your Baskin Robbins, you got your this, you got your Old Spice. Yeah, it's going to be plastered. And I don't like that. All right? I like a clean ring. AEW, sometimes they'll throw in the DraftKings or the Woo Energy or something like that. But they don't like plaster the ring. I think they're going to do that with WWE. Because TKO wants all... They already do it in the UFC. The ring's plastered with bullshit, man. To me, that's not a good look. Seriously, haven't heard that. I'm just fucking with you, brother. But yeah, man. To me, it's just not a good look. I like to watch the wrestlers. And if there's shit all over the ring, I'm going to be paying more attention to the shit all over the ring. Just like when Randy Orton fought Bray Wyatt for the first time. For the Firefly Funhouse at WrestleMania, and the ring had all the maggots and stupid bullshit on it. I just didn't care for that shit, man. So I don't think it's going to be a good look. Hopefully they don't do it too much. Hopefully it's just, minimal advertisements. If they go all out with it, man, it's just going to look stupid. And that was something good that Vince, kept up with. He didn't like that kind of thing, basically mugging up his TV. Because it's an eyesore, really. Like, you don't like to see a lot of advertisements. You want to sit there and focus on the wrestling. If you've got John Cena fucking gashed open, bleeding all over Snickers, it's going to probably throw some kids off or something. I don't know. But yeah, Amazon is probably set to pick them up. That's, the rumblings. It's either going to be Amazon or Warner Brothers that's going to pick up Monday Night Raw. If they go to Warner Brother, they can make it work. The only thing is, if they go to Warner Brother, AEW is still going to be there. Warner Brothers will probably put them on something else. But AEW is going to be there. And that's another thing, is if WWE and AEW are both on the same network, you best believe you're going to see AEW being advertised on Monday Night Raw. Uh-oh. What's going on? My shit's being weird. One second, you guys. The last AEW show was here in Charlotte. Was it really? Last week? You lucky bastard. Did you go? Probably not. You hate AEW. Nah, but it's all good. Yeah, I think, honestly, if they go to Warner Brother, they're no longer competition. All right? If they're on Warner Brother Media, Warner Brother's going to sit there and be like, you motherfuckers are going to work together whether you like it or not. We're going to advertise WWE on AEW. We're going to advertise AEW on WWE, and you're going to get over it. So their best bet is probably going over to Amazon, selling some of their rights, maybe, to the Amazon Plus, like pay-per-views or house shows or something, and just going with that. Because right now you've got everything spread out. You got SmackDown going to USA. You've got NXT going to the CW. And then if Raw goes to Amazon, bro, come on. You guys are making all the fucking boatloads of money. Like, come on now. Don't be greedy. But AEW, they just need to stick to themselves. Tony Khan needs to stop being a stupid little bitch. I'm sorry, but you are. You're being a little kid. All right? You're legit being a kid, Tony, and it's not a good look on your company. Stop acting like a little kid. Why is my stream being weird? He didn't go. Of course he didn't go. AEW's coming down here to Texas. I might go in February. I'm going in February for Oklahoma show. I am going, brother. I already got the tickets. I will be right there at the hard cam, right there in the fucking middle, so you guys can see me. Hercules, you better watch that night, man. I don't hate AEW. AEW has a lot of good talent. They do. And that's another argument I had with someone today, man, because they want to sit here and quote guys like Keith Lee, Adam Cole, Adam Copeland, Chris Jericho, and say they're failures? Bro. Like, I understand some people don't look the best from over there. All right? Keith Lee hasn't looked great, but Keith Lee has had problems. Keith Lee has had health issues. He's been injured. All right. Fucking Adam Copeland. Dude has a broken freaking neck. He's limited to what he can do. Same with Saraya. Same with Bryan. But you sit here and say everybody from WWE that had to go to AEW, be happy they had somewhere to go. Because if this was back in the day and all those people were released from WWE, you wouldn't see Jon Moxley wrestling. He might have went to Japan for a little while, but he probably would have retired by now. All right, you wouldn't see Keith Lee in Japan. You wouldn't see Malachi in Japan. You wouldn't see fucking Swerve Strickland in Japan. Be lucky those guys had somewhere to go to. All right, because look at Swerve Strickland, one of the best fucking acts in AEW. Look at Christian fucking Cage, someone that WWE had for fucking decades and did nothing with. Look at him now, the fucking patriarch. All right, that motherfucker is stone cold. All right, like he is crazy. So for all those people who hate AEW just because it's not WWE, you guys got to get over that shit, because without them, your favorite wrestlers don't get paid. Your favorite wrestlers don't get TV time. All right? Your favorite wrestlers don't have a job. Just get over that shit, man. I hate the tribalism. Not to an AEW show. Bro, you got to go. I enjoyed the fuck out of it so much so that I'm going 2 months later. 2 months later, me and my wife was like, fuck it, we're going back. We are definitely going to. And if it snows, I don't give a fuck. I'm still going. Then go to this one. You won't be disappointed. You won't, man. I'll tell you, the only thing I was disappointed about was going to the AEW live show. The only thing that disappointed me was not being able to hear commentary. That is the only thing that disappointed me from that whole show. Everything else in that show, man, fucking solid. I enjoyed it. The wife enjoyed it. You know, we had a fucking blast. You know, and if you can run into the wrestlers, even better. Even better. But yeah, I'll be hitting AEW up again in February. Whew. And I'll be hitting up a SmackDown sometime this year when they come to Oklahoma, you know. We had Raw next week. Yeah, Raw next week is in Little Rock. I don't care to go to Little Rock. It's close, but I don't care to go. It's just, I don't care for Little Rock. And I don't want to be at a Monday Night Raw for 3 hours. And see, that's the thing. I don't want to go to a Monday Night Raw for 3 hours because it's just the entertainment side of the wrestling business. I don't want that. I would rather sit through 5 hours of AEW wrestling on a Wednesday night, you know, versus on a Monday night. That's just me. You guys might be different, but that's just me. But yeah, to you guys out there who are just WWE fans, like, be happy AEW exists, because your favorite wrestlers wouldn't be getting paid. Seth wouldn't be getting paid. Becky wouldn't be getting paid. Charlotte wouldn't be getting paid because, come on, her husband and her father were both over there. She could have used them to her advantage, and she probably fucking did. I guarantee you, Charlotte Flair, that the biggest fucking contract signed in the company right now, she used AEW as leverage. She said, look, my husband's over here. My father's over here. You guys want me to stick around? You know what to do. And she got paid. All right. If AEW did not exist, her husband would be unemployed, her father would be unemployed, and she would not have any leverage to sit there and go, hey, I want the biggest fucking contract you can give me. So be happy AEW exists, bro. And not to you guys in the chat. You guys are cool. You guys already know the deal. Any of you motherfuckers out there who don't know the deal, all right? Now you know. But I just bought my tickets to SmackDown here in Charlotte. Hell yeah, bro. Like I said, if there's a show in Oklahoma for SmackDown, because they did one last year. It was when John Cena and fucking Rock returned. I was so fucking mad. I was so fucking mad because I wanted to go. I didn't want to go for Rock, but to be in that presence, to hear that music, it probably would have made me feel better, you know. But again, he's just not my guy. I agree 100%. Without AEW, WWE would be boring as fuck. And they would. You saw how boring they became when WCW was gone. Once WCW went out the fucking window, WWE collected all those guys. We don't have to try anymore. Yeah, you do, because we're still paying you, motherfuckers. Like, you know? It's just, for me, a lot of what WWE did from 2014 to about 2019, I just could not watch. I watched NXT all the goddamn time. I was an NXT mark. But Raw and SmackDown, shoving Roman Reigns down my fucking throat when you just fucking kick CM Punk out of the company, when you just fucking put Daniel Bryan into retirement, when you gave up on Kevin, you gave up on fucking Neville, you gave up on Sammy, I couldn't stand it, bro. AEW came along and just made me feel better about wrestling, you know? AEW did scare the fuck out of Vince, bro. That's why he killed NXT, because Triple H couldn't get the job done. It was developmental. They were never going to fucking beat AEW, and Vince didn't like that. So he took it away from him. He went down there. He cleaned house. He fired Samoa Joe again. What the fuck's this fat guy doing here? That's exactly what he said. But look at these guys now. Samoa Joe, you're a fucking AEW World Champion. Dude would have been retired by now if AEW didn't exist. You know? Adam Cole was able to go over there with a full head of hair. You know what they wanted to do with Adam Cole, baby, in WWE? Oh, his name's Adam Cole. We have a Michael Cole, so we can't have two guys named Cole. Let's go ahead and change his name. Also, on top of that, we got to cut his hair and make him the manager to Keith Lee. Are you fucking insane? Like, what kind of creative is that? And, you know, that was the old administration. That was Vince and his crew. And Triple H is now in charge. But, hey, you know, Triple H, he doesn't always hit either. You know, to me, what we saw on SmackDown last week with the whole Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain was a shot for them trying to pick up these guys who have just fallen off. No one really ever cared about AOP when they were in the WWE. They were awesome in NXT. Same with Kross. But since those guys have come up, man, you let AOP sit at home for a fucking year getting paid doing nothing. What are you doing? You know? And then you bring him in with Karrion Kross, the dullest motherfucker in the company. What are you doing? You know? They don't always hit, but hey, AEW doesn't always hit either. Like Collision, meh. Rampage, fuck that. You know, I'll watch Collision for the House of Black. I'll watch Collision for Bryan. I'll watch it for Edge. I'll watch it for Christian. But if you give me fucking Ring of Honor bullshit, I'm not watching. And that's another thing that's fucking ruining AEW is Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor just does not need to be a part of it. I don't care how the fuck they feel about Ring of Honor. I know a lot of people came through Ring of Honor. Make it developmental. Just make it developmental. It does not need to be its own entity, you know, doing all this fucking bullshit that it's doing. It needs to be like NXT was when NXT started. People will get back onto that shit. Guarantee it. Hold on. What's... One second, guys. Sorry about that, you guys. Apparently the cat was doing something it wasn't supposed to, so the wife just beat the shit out of it. But she did bring me a late birthday present, right?
It's actually Christmas.
Christmas, birthday, same shit.
Don't shake it.
What's in it?
Valuables.
Oh, shit. Of course, it's Amazon. Hey, Hercules. Did you package this shit? He probably did. That's not even fucking funny, man. I opened the goddamn box and another fucking box. There's gonna be more boxes.
I don't know, is it?
Fucking bitch. More boxes. This one seems pretty hefty.
No. Not that. You have to do that one first.
A Mayo Mini? What is this?
It's a case for like your games and stuff.
What games?
Games and stuff.
What games?
Just games and stuff.
Is
Switch
it?
games,
Oh, for
DS
Switch?
games.
Oh, so it's a gift for me and you. Okay. Thank you. I was like, what the fuck is this? Okay. I can put my weed in here. What the hell is this? God damn it. What the fuck? Was it a little console? Oh shit, guys, it's getting real. What the fuck is that? What the shit? Oh, that's pretty fucking cool, dude. Little mini fucking handheld fucking gaming device. How do I turn it on? Do you need batteries? No?
Well, you just picked up the instructions.
I'm a man. You know we don't fucking deal with instructions. Yeah, go ahead, huff and puff over there. Thank you. I'm gonna have to look at these instructions, I guess.
You're probably gonna have to charge it for it. Did you throw them away?
I probably did.
Seriously?
I
Did you
tossed
put them
it.
in the box? Other box.
No, I tossed them over here. Oh no, they're over here. Cool.
You probably have to charge it first.
Yeah, I'll go
It
ahead
comes
and
with
charge
a
it.
screen protector, but it's got this on it, so I don't know
Yeah.
if you just want to leave that on there until maybe it starts coming off and then
Thank
put
you.
the screen protector. You're welcome. It's got like 10,000 games on it.
What? Okay. 10,000 fucking games right here, y'all. You know what I'm doing all night tonight. Thank you. I like that. They're gonna be like, what are you doing here at work? And I'm just sitting on here all fucking day. That's pretty fucking sweet. Thank you.
And apparently, let me see that box.
This one?
Apparently, because you have a little SD card with it,
Mhm.
but supposedly you can download more games on it. This.
That's fucking sweet.
And then it's got the screen protector here and then wipes so that way you can.
Shout out to the wife, y'all. Thank you.
So Zoe said apparently, because they did this fundraiser at school, this cookie dough fundraiser, and apparently Howard sold $600 worth of cookie dough, and so
You know it's all in this fridge. Anyways.
well, it was until they, gave it to everybody. But anyways, apparently she used all her points or whatever, however they do it, to get stuff, and she got a 5-pound bag of gummy bears, which I stole some from her. Dang, I should have brought some home. Anyways, but she got one of those, and she was calling it a DS, and I was like, it was like a regular DS or like a 3DS or like what? And she comes out with one of those, and it's like red, and I was like, that's not a DS. Like, what the fuck are y'all teaching y'all's kids these days?
I wonder if I
Like,
can
they don't
charge
know
it.
fucking consoles and shit.
Charge it with it. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna be fucking playing the shit out of this later. But yeah, man, that's all WWE talk right now. I'm gonna say a lot of shit going on in AEW. Kota Ibushi, been there what? It's a couple months. Fucking injured as shit. Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, it's charging. I'll check it out here in a little bit. We can check it out.
I'm about to go make my salad.
Okay. I don't know if anyone in the chat's fan of Kota Ibushi, I am. But apparently he had a match last week that went for 30 minutes, and he had a torn ACL the whole match. So, yeah, there's that. Wrestlers just got to take care of themselves, man. That's like Keith Lee wanted to go up against Swerve Strickland at the pay-per-view, but the doctor told him no. Apparently he's got a back injury that got worse the day of the pay-per-view, and he was willing to fucking get in the match and do it. But dude, you gotta realize, you gotta take care of yourself. I understand that you're scared of losing your spot, but you gotta take care of yourself, because we don't need these wrestlers going before it's their time, you know, because we enjoy the fuck out of seeing them, you know, when they're here. Another person who got injured last year, Pac is on his way to AEW. He's on his way back. I think they'll probably get him in before they go to Canada. What's up?
Are you?
Yeah, Pac's supposed to be back on his way soon, because I know they want to get him in a program before All In next year, you know, in London, where he's from. It would be great to have Pac back, because I think the last time we had Pac, he was in that Blood and Guts. And then he had the match with Claudio, which I think he got injured in that match. No, it was the match with Gravity. You know, Tony Khan brought in fucking Gravity. Who the fuck is Gravity? He's apparently Bandito's brother, and he needed a fucking contract. Why do we have guys in AEW like that who don't need to be there? That's how you get too many people who do the same shit. You got Commander, you got Vikingo, you got Rey Fenix, you got Pentagon. You got Bandito, you got Gravity, you got Command, you got all these guys, all these luchadors. Nothing wrong with it, but none of them are, you know, none of them stick out. You know, when they all do the same shit, none of them stick out. So you gotta draw the line of like the people you bring in. If you're gonna bring in someone like Gravity, keep them on fucking Ring of Honor and Ring of Honor only. Ring of Honor needs to be separate from AEW. AEW needs to be separate from Ring of Honor. That's how you make that shit work. All right, that's how you breathe back life into a Ring of Honor, bring back life into a AEW Collision and an AEW Rampage. No one's watching this shit because we don't want to watch Ring of Honor. Plain and simple, you know. Another person coming back from return. If you guys have already seen her vignettes, they gave us a vignette on World's End pay-per-view. They gave us a vignette last Saturday for Collision. Serena Deeb. Serena Deeb is on her way back to AEW, man. I'm ready to see Serena Deeb because she is a badass wrestler and you guys know it. All right. Serena Deeb apparently was suffering from seizures last year. That's what held her back from AEW. And again, that was fans going, where's Serena at? Why aren't we seeing her? Where's she at on TV? Creative has nothing for her. That's not the case. And we need to start taking that into consideration when our favorite wrestlers are not on TV. They could be hurt. They could be injured. They could be sick. They could be going through anything that you can't fucking imagine. Hell, Sonya Deville was kidnapped, almost, with Mandy Rose. Oh, why isn't she on TV? She's going through court to put away the motherfucker who tried to kidnap her. Alright? Bray Wyatt, after the fucking Soda Pop Mountain Dew Blast match against LA Knight. Where'd he go? They killed him. No creative for Bray Wyatt. Debuted a new mask and now we don't get to see him. Guess what? He died. We need to get over thinking that we know these wrestlers' lives, that we're a part of their lives somehow. Alright? The only part of their life that you are is when you fucking watch them on TV. That's it. If they don't come on TV, if you don't see them on TV, if you don't hear from them, guess what? That's their own private fucking life and business. You should let them have that. Wrestling fans are the most toxic fucking fans in the world, man. You know, and I'm not trying to disrespect anybody in the chat, but you know, they are the most toxic fans in the world, and they want things to be their way and their way only. You know, you can't be like that, man. You gotta let things breathe. You gotta let people be who they are and do their own thing, and just leave them alone. You know, it's like with Mercedes. Mercedes is like the biggest talk throughout the wrestling business right now. People hate her, people love her. They want her in WWE, they want her in AEW, they want her in Japan, they want her all over the place. But as soon as she picks somewhere to go, one side's gonna turn on her. She goes back to the WWE. Oh, she just doesn't want to get into the real competition with people in AEW. Or if she goes to AEW, she's a fucking sellout and she was never a WWE person. You gotta let that fucking shit go, man. Stop hating on these wrestlers just to hate on them. Because most of you people out there who hate on these wrestlers, you just hate yourself because you ain't got nothing better going. You know? Just get over it, man. Enjoy the kind of wrestling you want to enjoy. And let others enjoy what they want to enjoy. If I want to enjoy AEW, I'll enjoy AEW. If you want to enjoy WWE, enjoy WWE. If you want to enjoy the fucking ruthless, barbarian shit that is Japanese death wrestling, you do you. I don't care for that too much. I like AEW style of it. Because that shit in Japan is fucking crazy, man. Those guys are trying to kill each other. Just enjoy what you want to enjoy. I'm not going to come out here and criticize you for that. You do what you want, man. I don't fucking know you, But people just gotta fucking let these wrestlers be and let them live their lives. They gotta stop criticizing, You can criticize the work they do on TV. Don't criticize the wrestler, though. Let's see. I guess last thing I'm going to talk about, man, MJF. MJF, man, what a fucking year. Dude proved a lot of people wrong. Dude came out, he wrestled. We didn't think he could wrestle. Until he got into that fucking Iron Man match with fucking Bryan Danielson, and he proved everybody wrong. He proved us all that he can wrestle, he can talk, and he can be the best goddamn thing in the business. And he was that all damn year. My only takeaway from MJF was at World's End, really. Well, the one problem I had with the MJF storyline this year and Adam Cole was Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, they didn't need the titles. That mucked it all up. That made it just bleh. Had they just done away with the Ring of Honor shit, I think it would have went over a little bit more better. The reveal at World's End, I didn't care for the way they did the reveal. I felt that Samoa Joe and Adam Cole could have worked together somehow to show at least the crowd, we're fucking MJF over. We don't care about this guy. I'm the devil, But, dude, MJF, what a fucking year for him. Punk leaves the company, MJF steps the fuck up, and he does his goddamn thing, and he's the man. He is signed, in my opinion. I think he's fucking signed to AEW at least till 27. There's no way Tony Khan lets that man go out in his company and talk the shit he did about leaving, bidding war of 2024, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. There's no way you don't let this man fucking do that unless he's signed. And if you did, you were a fucking dumbass, Tony Khan. You're a jabroni, and you deserve to lose everything that you fucking have. Because I'm tired of you being petty for no goddamn reason. When your company is doing good, you just got to focus more on it. All right? That's all Tony Khan has to do is focus on his company and his company only, and he'll be all right. But if he keeps on worrying about what Triple H is doing and that bald asshole Shawn Michaels, you're not going to get anywhere, man. All right, you're losing sleep, you're losing energy, you're losing time because you're worried about what WWE is doing. Don't worry about WWE anymore. Worry about your goddamn self and worry about getting this company better for the fans. Because if you don't, and it turns into WCW, bro, what am I supposed to watch? I don't want to go back to just watching WWE and WWE only. I enjoy watching AEW. I enjoy watching TNA. I'm probably going to cover TNA Hard to Kill this weekend. It just depends on how my weekend goes, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for wrestling right now. A lot of ranting. I did that. A lot of ranting. So it is about an hour and 23 minutes into this. I think that's pretty good to go ahead and get out of here soon. Touched on everything that we needed to, and yeah, it'll probably be a minute before I do another episode of this. I don't want to do it like, most of the people in the community, we got to put out a video every day. I'll just keep it to maybe a couple videos a month, just depending on the kind of news we get. Because when these wrestling sources and wrestling, outlets go live with, Braun Breaker and Cora Jade aren't together anymore. That's news. Haha. No, it's not. It's not fucking news. I don't give a fuck about who's dating who or, what Dominic did for Christmas or how many watches he bought or whatever the fuck. If it's not, something that is going to, throw a wrench into creative or, it's an injury or it's just something that's, meaningful. Not this bullshit about, Seth Rollins was spotted with pink hair today. That's cool. No one gives a fuck. Just stupid people in the community just trying to put anything they can out there because, they just want content out there. That's it. You got to put meaningful shit out there, man. And you got to put shit out there that isn't just gonna, you know, criticize and rip on the industry, because we don't need that in the industry. Like I said, you can like both, you can like everything you like. Just be cool about it, you know, just be positive about it. If you have a buddy that's into something that you're not into, you don't have to hate on them for it. Fuck it. Let them be. Let it be. Let it be how it is, because, you know, we all enjoy wrestling. Whether it's here or over there, we all enjoy it. So let's just fucking enjoy it and stop hating on each other, you guys. Fuck. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for me. I'm going to go ahead and get my track going, my good track. And yeah, I'm going to get out of here. I'm probably going to get on some... I want to do some Star Wars tonight. I haven't done Star Wars since last week. I want to try to get more into it before I get more into Spider-Man. You know, Spider-Man and Star Wars is what I'm working on right now on Twitch. Once I get those done, I'll probably lean into some Hogwarts and Tekken. Tekken 8 is coming out soon, and I can't wait for that video game, man. I'm a big Tekken fan. Not so much Street Fighter, see? You know, Tekken, AEW, Street Fighter, WWE. Just how I see it. But yeah, man, you know, like I said, I plan to put more on the Twitch. I plan to put more on YouTube. If you guys like it, I hope you guys like the content I'm putting out here, because, you know, I'm trying at least. But yeah, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the follow button, hit the, you know, fuck off button. I don't care what it is. But yeah, just let me know how you guys like the content. We'll keep on bringing the content out. But like I said, next time you see me, I will probably be playing some Spider-Man. And yeah, we're gonna leave it off on that. But this weekend, I'll try to do some TNA. TNA has been you know, they've been doing good. And if rumors are true and they've got the biggest signing coming, you know, we'll go ahead and we'll review that and we'll see how that goes. Because if they hype it up as the biggest signing ever and it turns out to be a flop, man, they could sign Brock Lesnar. That would be crazy. I honestly think, I know I said I was gonna leave, but I honestly think that TNA is going to sign Ronda Rousey. She's been doing her thing on the indies. And she seems like she's enjoying herself a lot more, that she's not behind the whole WWE machine. Like I said, if TNA is going to sit here and hype up that they've got the biggest signing throughout history for their company, it's got to be a big name. And the only big name I see out there of that caliber is a Ronda Rousey. All right. I don't know what Brock Lesnar's contract looks like right now. Is he even still a part of WWE, or, you know, whatever. Almost done with Spider-Man 2. Bro, it's such a fucking nice game. It's so beautiful. The graphics, you know, the combat style, everything about the game. I love it. You might have talked me into playing that tonight instead. But yeah, I played 3 hours of it the other night. Didn't even realize it. It just went by. It was so fucking fun. I love that game, man. But yeah, guys, it's amazing. And he is amazing. But I'm going to go ahead and hit these tunes. Let's see where they at. Where they at? I'm going to go ahead and get out of here so I can go ahead and have some dinner with the wife. I appreciate the fuck out of you guys as always, chilling with me, being here, fucking just having the conversations we have. No disrespect, just good old conversations with good old fucking people. That's how I like it, man. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, you guys. Again, I appreciate the fuck out of y'all. Too sweet it up. I will see you guys on the next stream. Take it easy. Keep that shit too sweet. And I will see you guys later. Peace.
Bye, have a great time.